is enough said.
Happy Wednesday, Heat Nation! Hump Day! Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Guys, share that positivity and love. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because we pushing to 6,000 subscribers. And together, let's go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. As I'm sure you guys know, we're all celebrating. We're all having the celebration hangover. The Miami Heat dominate the Golden State Warriors 112-86 last night. Now, before I get to yesterday's game, you guys, because I want to talk about it fully. As you guys know, I do my spotlight highlight of the comment of the day from yesterday's, from the previous video that I do. Last video was yesterday. I touched the topic of Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Erik Spoelstra, and a lot of you left some comments, some funny-ass comments, but one I'm going to spotlight is going to kind of lead to the transition of this video. It's my boy El Alquistima 573, my guy. You know I'm always responding to your comments. You're incredible. You've been supporting me for a long time now, writing comments almost on all of my videos. My boy, I appreciate the love and support. As we know, yesterday I touched on the basis of Jaime Jaquez Jr. sleeping with Erik Spoelstra's wife. There's a rumor going on out there, and a lot of you were writing in the comments, it's cap, it's BS. Some of you were saying, why am I reporting this? I didn't come up with it. This was something that's out there. So I just wanted to give my opinion on it. Do I think it's true? Hell nah. Are the signs there? Maybe. So this is a little bit weird. However, my boy El Alquistima 573 writes, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I like chismes. Bro, we all do. Jaime is not playing well this season, and maybe this is why. Look at me, being part of the problem. LMAO. Look, guys, I mean, is it true that Jaime is potentially sleeping with Spo's wife? I don't think so. I think that's just smoke and mirrors. I think it's all BS. However, you look at the differences between last year and this year. Jaime was getting a lot of minutes last season. I know a lot of it was due to the injuries of Jimmy Butler and Caleb Martin, but he was still a productive player. He was third on the Rookie of the Year ballot, and he's having a really bad year this year. A lot of people are putting it as sophomore slumps, but when you look at Jaime Jaquez last night, didn't play. Didn't play until the end of the game in the fourth quarter when the Heat were blowing out the Golden State Warriors. Jaime Jaquez Jr., our 18th pick in the 2023 draft, only plays 4 minutes last night. I don't think that Jaime Jaquez is a bench warmer. This is a guy who we saw last season have multiple 20-point games, 30-point games as well. He's shown you what type of player he can be. And the fact that he's not getting any playing time causes for a red flag. Something's going on. I don't know if it's because of the fact that he's banging the coach's ex-wife. And even if it was the case, who gives a shit? They're not together anymore. She can do whatever she wants in her life. So if Jaime really is sleeping with her, that's their problem. I don't really think anyone really needs to get upset about that. But I digress, you guys, because getting to yesterday's game, let's talk about some of the highlights. First and foremost, Bam Adebayo was on a mission. Bam was on a mission last night to whoop Jimmy Butler's ass, and you saw it. 9 for 18 for the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, goes 7 for 9 from the free throw line, 27 points and 8 rebounds. But he had help. Every player in the starting lineup cracked double figures last night. You get 10 points from Andrew Wiggins, 4 for 13 shooting. You want a better game from Wiggs. You get 14 points and 10 rebounds from Kel'el Ware. This is what you need to do, Spo. You got to start Ware and Bam together. This is where you get Bam's most productional games. You have a backcourt last night of Tyler Hero and Alec Burks. I'm going to give credit to one guy, Gary Payton Jr. Gary Payton Jr. made life difficult for Tyler Hero last night. Tyler does get 20 points, 7 assists, 7 for 10 from the field. He only gets 10 shot attempts because Gary Payton was on his grill all the time. Goes 4 for 4 for the three-point line. That was nice. You also get Alec Burks starts in the backcourt with Duncan Robinson out, giving you 17 points. Davion Mitchell off the bench, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Haywood Highsmith plays 30 minutes. Nothing. But you know what Highsmith brings? Kyle Anderson, I don't understand why Kyle Anderson is getting more minutes than Jaime Jaquez. Like, that's something I'm really confused about. I mean, it's most likely because of the size. You know, you have Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo starting, so one of those guys come off the bench. You want a guy that can play those positions, power forward / center. It was Nikola Jovic, now it's Kyle Anderson. But still, 4 minutes for Jaime Jaquez is crazy. Now, I will say this. It was a great game from the Miami Heat. I know it doesn't mean anything. I know the Heat are still the 10th seed. There's a game and a half down from Chicago. Now, look. At the end of the day, you guys, we know that this is a wash season. However, it's not 100% over. The Miami Heat are still the 10th seed in the play-in tournament. And I know a lot of people are going to say, wow, the Heat lose 10 straight. Fans are ready to quit. They win 2 games in a row, and now they feel like they can contend. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if there's an opportunity to make some noise, take it. You're a game and a half down from Chicago for the 9th seed. If you get that 9th seed, the first play-in tournament game against Chicago, you will be playing at home. You win that game, then you play the loser of the 7 and 8 game, and that game determines who gets the 8th seed. And your prize is the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round. We know that this Miami Heat team, at best, can take a team to 6 to 7 games in the first round of a series. But you never know, you guys. In 2023, nobody thought that the Heat could beat the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. It took a Giannis injury and Jimmy Butler playing in God mode for the Heat to win that series. You never know what can happen. When the playoffs start, the regular season goes bye-bye. It's a new season. Now, we'll say this about last night. Some things that disappointed me. I mean, since Jimmy Butler's been in the Miami Heat, you guys, I have been a big fan of Jimmy. I was a fan of Jimmy even before he came to the team. Back in when he did that whole thing, taking the third stringers and beating the starting lineup for the Minnesota Timberwolves, screaming at the owner, "You effing need me, pay me." I'm like, yo, that's that type of dog we need here in South Florida. 1 year later, we trade for Jimmy, and I thought it was really cool. Those 6 years that Jimmy Butler was on this team, guys, you saw some miraculous plays from Jimmy Butler. You saw some incredible runs. 3 Eastern Conference Finals, 2 NBA Finals, but 0 championships. But you saw a guy who was cut different from anybody else in the NBA. Spoke his mind, said what he wanted, did what he wanted, had an attitude unlike any other NBA star in the NBA. He was ours. I respected Jimmy. I loved Jimmy on this team, man. I wanted to see Jimmy retire as a Miami Heat player. But the amount of pettiness that I saw last night and the amount of pettiness that we saw through the entire regular season has really been disappointing on Jimmy Butler's part. Now, I will say this. I respect the man that just don't give a shit. Because I'll tell y'all, I'm kind of like that as well. And I know I know a few of you have seen me in person, and whenever I meet one of my subscribers, I'm super friendly. I'm there for you. We talk, we have a conversation. I get that. But for the most part, you guys, I'm a type of person that I just don't deal with BS. I really don't. And I tell it like it is. I am as honest as I can be. Sometimes people don't like that, but I really don't care. But at the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all different people. We all have an individual personality. But some of the shit that I saw last night wasn't really cool. And I'll tell you. First thing, the reporter. I do not know her name. But this reporter from TNT last night was... I posted a short on it yesterday, you guys, and the clip went viral. I'm sure all of you saw it. But she basically said in her interview with Jimmy Butler that she asked him what would he say if he saw Pat Riley. And he's like, at this point, I have nothing to say to Pat. And if Pat sees me, he better not say anything to me. That was like, really, bro? Like that? Seriously? I get it. Look, guys, I understand why Jimmy Butler's pissed off. Pat Riley didn't give him his money. I can see it from Jimmy's perspective. Jimmy has led the Miami Heat to very deep playoff runs without another superstar player. So I understand the frustration. But to say that comment, petty. But then... remember what Jimmy said before he got traded. It has nothing to do with the players. He loves his teammates. He loves the teammates of the Miami Heat. He has great relationships with them. When the game finished and the Heat won, Jimmy Butler didn't give dabs to any of his former teammates. Andrew Wiggins did. Jimmy Butler gets up off his bench seat and just walks the hell away. Goes right to the back of the dressing room. Doesn't say bye, doesn't shake hands with Spo, doesn't say anything to Bam, to Tyler, nothing. Yo, that's a level of petty a lot of people aspire to be. Now, I respect it. I respect it because, look, I get it. Jimmy Butler had boo-boo face. His team lost. He didn't want to deal with it. He bounced. But be a man, bro. Be a man. You spent 6 years with certain people in this organization. I understand that things didn't end the right way. And you know what? There's probably a lot of things that we don't know that Pat Riley and the Miami Heat side did to Jimmy that might have been wrong. But the world is watching you, bro. Doesn't look great. So Heat Nation, I want to hear what you guys think about that. What do you think about last night's game? What do you think about the Miami Heat moving forward? Would you like to see the Heat contend and try to get out of the play-in the winning way? Or do you think the season is washed? Look, last night, best win of the season, in my opinion. It was a happy game. It was a fun game. It was a great win. And it was a nice Band-Aid for what this season truly was. Trash. So Heat Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe as we continue to push the 6,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. Jimmy Butler, thank you for all the memories. I'll never hate you, bro. I really appreciate what you've done for this team. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, that is enough said.